Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today I'm going to be previewing the Houston Astros second half of the 2023 season, as in just a couple hours, the Houston Astros will get underway against the Los Angeles Angels to start off the second half of the year, as after the All-Star break, Astros haven't played since Sunday. Took a really tough loss in a really tough series to the Mariners in their last time out. Lost to the Mariners. What was it? Like 1-3 or something. I know we only scored one run, but I think it was like I think we lost like we lost 1-3. And then only won one series in a 4-game series against the Mariners. Lost 5-1, 10-1, won 3-2, and then lost 3-1. Just a really tough series for the Astros. But I mean, they were rolling before that. They had won I think 4 in a row, and like what was it, like 8 of their last 10 or something like that. They had beat the Rangers 12-11, won 3 out of 4 against the Rangers in a 4-game series. When the Rangers are one of the best offenses in MLB, had a 2-game stretch against the Cardinals where they scored 24 runs in 2 games, beat the Dodgers. So they were rolling, before that Mariners series. But it was a tough first half for the Houston Astros. As you know, it's not really a half, because it was 91 games and now we have 71 left. It's probably about 40. There's probably 45% of the season left, maybe in the 40 to 45% of the season left. And I think it's going to be really interesting to see how the Astros do in the second half of the season as they start to get healthier, as they maybe make some moves at the trade. They're definitely going to make some moves at the trade deadline. It just depends on what it is. As they make some moves at the deadline, as they get healthier, as they get some pitchers back, and it's going to start to look different as their schedule starts to get a little easier, because their first 90 games, their schedule, it was, at the same time they had some easy games. There was a lot of games that the Astros played, that whether they're playing bad teams or good teams, games that they should have won. So many games, game after game. There was multiple games. I could probably go over 15 or 20 games, maybe a little bit less, that the Astros should have won and they didn't. There's probably around 10 to 15 games that the Astros should have won but didn't, like lost, someone came back or they made a mistake after a mistake, something like that. But the Astros' last 70 games is very easier than the first 90. Way more easy schedule than it was in the first 90 games. Let's go over. So we're gonna go over the last 71 games for the Astros and dates and everything, and then I'm gonna go over my predictions. And I'm gonna maybe make some trade deadline predictions. Let's go over it all. So obviously the Angels and Astros play for a 3-game series this weekend. 8:38 is the start time. JP France is on the mound, and then tomorrow is 8:07 on Saturday for the second game of the 3-game series against the Angels. Then they play on ESPN on Sunday at 6:10 against the Angels. Then they play the Rockies again, have Monday off, and then play another 2-game series against the Rockies at 7:40 on Tuesday, and then that's the 18th, and then 2:10 on Wednesday, that's the 19th. Then they play the Athletics for a 4-game series in Oakland. I was about to say Las Vegas. Thursday, then extended to the weekend, July 20th, July 21st, 22nd, 23rd. So they play the A's for that 4-game series in 2 of the times are 8:40. The first 2 games, Thursday and Friday, are 8:40. Then 8:07. Then 3:07 against the A's. Then the 24th, the Astros welcome in the Texas Rangers for the Texas Battle. And who knows, maybe by then, if the Astros are able to play well against the A's, the Rockies, and the Angels, maybe the Astros could be leading the AL West going into that series, or going out of that series could be leading into could be number 1 in the AL West. They play the Rangers Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday on the 24th, 25th, and 26th. All games are at 7:10. Then they have the Thursday off, then have a hard weekend series against the Rays. Second time they play the Rays. They had a lot of success against the Rays earlier in the year. They played a 3-game series against the Rays and won 2 out of the 3. And that was like when the Rays were red hot to start the year. They play the Rays Friday, July 28th, 7:10, July 29th, 6:15, and then July 30th, 1:10. Then the last game of July, which that game is it's a Monday. So they play the Guardians at home to keep the homestand going. It's a long homestand. They'll play the Rangers for 3, the Rays for 3, and then the Guardians for 3. So that's a 9-game homestand, and then they play the Guardians for 3 games on the 31st, August 1st, and August 2nd, and that is 7:10, 7:10, and 1:10 start times. Then they go to a 4-game series against the Yankees. They play a 4-game series against the Yankees at New York. That's going to be really fun, as the Astros-Yankees rivalry. And none of the schedule's popping up. None of the rest of the schedule's popping up. I'm going to try to see if I can get the rest of the schedule to pop up. Yeah, I don't know why the rest of the schedule won't pop up, but I do have some of the rest of the schedule memorized of the last month of the season. I have no idea why the rest of the schedule won't pop up, but they play the A's one more time. They play the Orioles twice. They play the Red Sox twice. They play the Royals twice. And yeah, they got, quite a bit of some easy matchups and, the rest of that August and September schedule. I know they play the Diamondbacks once. That's the last series of the year. They play the Mariners one more time after that. That's at home. I think, and they play the Mariners on the road again. And then they play the Rangers on the road again. Just remembering some of the rest of those series. I think they play the A's one more time at home, if I'm not mistaken. I could be missing a little bit of the rest of the schedule. I don't know why the hell the schedule won't pop up. Stupid Google. But I'm gonna go over some predictions. Okay, so record in the 71 games, I have the Astros going 45-26. I did look over the whole schedule before doing this video, so that's how I kind of knew some of the games. And I was going through, some games. I thought the Astros, just overlooking the 71 games. And I kind of did think that the Astros would pick things up. I do believe the Astros will go 45-26 in the final 71 games and finish with a 95-67 record. And I do believe that a 95-67 record should, or maybe not, who knows, maybe could be enough to make the Astros first in the AL West going into the playoffs. I think it should, but I'm not too sure. It just depends on how the Rangers do in the final 71 games. But I do believe 95-67 should be enough for the Astros to win first place in the AL West. So I'm going to go with the Astros winning the AL West, going 95-67 and winning 45-26 in the final 71 games of the second half of the season. I think that once the Astros get guys back like Jose Urquidy, Yordan Alvarez, Jose Altuve, maybe even Michael Brantley, this offense and pitching will get even hotter, and then make some moves at the trade deadline. And here's what I have the Astros doing at the trade deadline. I don't know what the Astros will give up, but I do believe the Houston Astros will trade for Lucas Giolito and some sort of outfielder. I'm not sure when it comes to outfielder. I think it's probably going to be Alex Verdugo, but I don't know how Astros fans are going to react to this, but I think the Astros are going to trade for one of Alex Verdugo or Cody Bellinger. And honestly, I feel like it could be Cody Bellinger. And honestly, I feel like the Astros, and I feel like Cody Bellinger could be better than having Verdugo, because I think Bellinger is going to be way cheaper in trade value than Verdugo will be, because of the fact that Bellinger's a free agent. Verdugo's not. Verdugo has 2 years left on his contract, and the Astros don't really need. I don't really think they need an outfielder for next year. Next year, we're going to see Drew Gilbert come up to the majors, and I think he's going to be the real deal. I really don't know if the Astros are going to really need. If they get healthy next year and Drew Gilbert comes to the majors, I don't really see why the Astros would need Verdugo in 2024. So I feel like not only would Bellinger be cheaper in a trade, but also you just kind of need a rental to help in the playoffs, and I think that's what Bellinger would be. But I would be down for either Bellinger or Verdugo. Maybe there's a couple other guys in the outfield that you could add in the trade deadline to put someone in the outfield and a left-handed bat. I think that's what the Astros are looking at, is a left-handed bat. Both guys, Bellinger and Verdugo, are both lefty bats. So it should be really interesting to see what the Astros do at the trade deadline. I do have the Astros finishing 45-26 in the second half. I think it should be a really, really better second half than it was the first half. User thoughts. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out. Go Astros.